can and must maintain the momentum we have started. No one can beat a Jamaica that is united for change.
And so the National Security Minister has mobilized resources to address the spike in murders since January 2015. First point of focus, improving efficiency within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. This will be done primarily through mergers and the downsizing of non-geographic units, so more police officers can be out there, on the streets, fighting crime. Take the Organized Crime Investigative Division and the Flying Squad, for example. Both units were merged in January, with officers assigned carrying out their usual functions.
And will be extended to include counter-terrorism investigation. The merger will release 30 police officers to operational policing.
Another 65 police officers from Mobile Reserve and the Motorized Patrol Division will be redeployed to St. James. The downsizing of Motorized Patrol has also allowed the JCF to assign 20 additional police officers to the St. Catherine North Division, one area which has seen an increase in violent activities.
The security forces are responding operationally to the gang situation in St. Catherine North. And in so doing, we will employ the approaches that worked in 2014.
These include targeting those responsible for crimes, dominating critical hotspots, prioritizing forensic and investigative resources to the St. Catherine North area, and cutting off the sources of funding for criminals. After the situation returns to normal in St. Catherine North, Minister Bunting said social intervention measures would be rolled out in the division. The JCF is also in the process of merging other departments to increase its visibility on the streets and improve efficiency. The merger of the Proactive Investigation Unit, Street Crime Unit, and the Fugitive Apprehension Team in each division is almost complete.
The new team, called the Proactive Investigative Team, will spearhead the enforcement of the anti-gang and anti-lottery scam legislation, as well as track wanted criminals.
The Major Investigation Task Force in St. Andrew and St. Catherine will also operate as one entity. As part of the strategy to make policing more effective, the VIP Protection Division is being reviewed. Why? Well, half of the 544 police attached to the unit are assigned as Close Protection Officers, or CPOs, for 172 officials, cabinet ministers, parliamentarians, judges, magistrates, and other holders of public office.
It is based primarily on security threat and risk assessments of the VIPs being protected. Several observations have already been made, including that some VIPs are going to many events without their CPOs. On completion of the current risk/threat assessments, CPOs will be assigned based on need.
So except for the Governor-General, the Prime Minister, Cabinet Ministers, the Leader of the Opposition and former Prime Ministers, the assignment of CPOs will be recommended based on threat assessments. As it relates to members of the judiciary, the National Security Minister said most, if not all, judges and magistrates must qualify for CPOs based on the risk profile of their jobs. Police Commissioner Dr. Carl Williams feels the same.
I just want to advise not just the judges, but everyone in Jamaica who currently benefits from the services of a close protection officer, that no one will automatically lose their security. We will ensure that whatever we do, as we reassign personnel in the force and as we rationalize our units, that all the areas that are currently being taken care of now, all the areas that have been covered, will continue to receive good and proper coverage.
But even as law enforcers continue to streamline their operations to fight crime, Jamaicans are being reminded that the police cannot do it alone. Under the Unite for Change campaign, initiatives continue to improve the relationship between citizens and the police. While those steps are taken, members of the public are urged not to put up with criminals, be they lotto scammers or murderers.
We should want to drive them out of the community. We should report them to the police. I believe we're pursuing a sustainable set of policies to maintain the long-term downward trajectory of crime that we have seen over the last 5 years. We have a formula that is working. We have developed an approach that is informed by careful policy analysis and by a strategic partnership with all stakeholders. This government will not rest until the nation has been rescued from the oppression of organized crime, violence, and corruption.